Any news on your ring?
What about that reward?
There's an antique dealer who might have found my Christmas ring.
I finally found a diamond in the rough.
Not her ring.
Moving forward is hard.
What about you, Vanessa? Are you ready?
I think I'm falling for her.
It scares me, Ben.
Me too.
Well, as soon as I read the script, it's a beautiful love story, but also has this depth to it. It still has the Christmas spirit, so it has this duality that really gives it a timeless feel. It's kind of got a nod to the 90s, where we have those, you know, like The Holiday and Love Actually, although I think those are 2000s films. But the sentiment is the same. It's just this, like, it's meant to be seen in theaters. It's good for the whole family, mom, dad, little kids, grandparents, the whole neighborhood. It's wonderful, and some of these movies are just meant to be seen with a large group of people, and this is one of them. I think the first one's just Home Alone.
Yeah.
Which also, like, cause I think I watched it when I was too young.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, then had bad dreams about people breaking into the house.
Yeah.
So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and that, like, amazing music that goes with, and Charlie Brown Christmas, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course. No, Jana and I hadn't, actually we hadn't even really shared similar friends.
Okay.
It just so happened that we got there and she reached out. I brought my whole family with me, my wife and my 3 kids, and she has 3 kids as well. And so she invited us over to her house in Nashville, in Franklin, Tennessee. And we just clicked immediately, you know? Alan, Russell, her husband, and I got along really well, my wife, and her got along really well. Our kids were like swimming in the pool and not fighting, and it was just harmonious immediately. So we had this like instant connection, which really helps on screen.
Yeah.
No, first time, and you know, I heard that it was hot there.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
Yes.
when did you film this?
I saw it in the middle of summer.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
In the middle of summer, bundled up, with all the things on. If you were naked, it's hot, but with like layers and scarves and everything, it's a whole new beast. Jana and I had like what we called a fridge on wheels. We just like cranked the AC to a inhumane level. Our poor driver sat there like in winter clothes in his car. But we dip in there in between takes and we get our body core temperatures to like as cold as we could get them. Cause it was like 105 like at 8 p.m. at night. Like this is, it was, and it's the humidity that like hits you in the face. You're like, I didn't ask for this.
It's like you feel like you're boiling.
Yeah. Like you're totally turning into a lobster.
Yeah, and
definitely.
I'm like, sunscreen, it's not gonna do a thing.
No,
like,
no, it wasn't a whole experience. But I love Nashville and the city of Franklin in particular. That's where we shot. And my gosh, idyllic and you know, your quintessential American life. It had my wife and I thinking like, should we maybe move down here? So we're still looking because it's perfect for families, but it was the perfect setting for this movie. I think it's the second chance at love, really, that made me interested in it because, you know, it's tricky. I think we all fall in love, and some of us are really lucky to carry out a very long life with that person, but some of us aren't, and some of us go through, you know, hard things like breakups or divorces, or they lose their loved one, which is what happens to my character and Jana's character, and we bond over this this coincidence that we're both widowed, and it's a struggle, especially on Christmas, to go through this. Because of course Christmas time reminds us of family, and this adds the depth to the movie. And it really, like, through Christmas though, their hearts open up and they're able to kind of find love again, and that renewed hope is the parallel of what makes it so wonderful.
Because I feel like during the holidays it's all about joy. And it's like sort of, you know, this is a great story about how you can find that joy again, find that love again.
Even like just the idea of reconciling your relationships, and it doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic one. Like, we all have times where we might estrange from our family, but definitely the family dynamic is alive in this film too, and it's just coming to terms with that we are, we have these relationships, and how can we repair them, and how can we let the Christmas spirit maybe assist in that?
Yes, like there's a sense of like a period of reflection that I think sort of opens doors on many levels, whether it's romantic or platonic or familial. That really doesn't happen anywhere else in the year.
It's wonderful. That's what makes it so magical. It's just this wonderful time of year that really allows people to open their hearts. So favorite and most difficult are in the same scene.
Okay.
And it's a small scene in the movie, so you're probably like, what? There's a gingerbread making scene. I tell the nativity scene story, and it's to a group of kids, which was fine and should be totally fine. However, we decided to use my own kids in the background, and that presented its own challenge, but it was also the most rewarding thing, having them come to work for the first time and see what Dad does. And they were well behaved, except for this one moment where one of my I think it was my oldest, decided to improv a bit, even though he was supposed to be quiet. There was this moment about the sheep snoring, and he yelled out, "Not as loud as you, Dad." I'm like, "Thanks, son."
Even though
Appreciate
you're not supposed to be
that.
my son in this
Yes,
movie.
no, you're not even only supposed to know you, but yes, no, it was wonderful. Having them there, and it's the kind of movie that felt right.
Yeah. So this was their acting
debut. Yes,
Have any of them
correct.
been like, I want to come back to set with Dad?
I'm like, listen, not every day does Dad make gingerbread houses and you're eating candy. Like, this is not how it is. But yeah, they're all very curious about the process, and I think they're just putting it all together. And they know that I'm on in the show called Virgin River because everyone comes up and asks me if I'm Brady from Virgin River. So they're very tuned into that, and they're just kind of figuring out like what having a dad in the business is like. That's a really good point. We definitely have some Christmas ornaments that hold sentimental value. I think a lot of people do. I had actually just, by coincidence, I had a family ring that I lost when I was about 25, 26. And I still haven't found it, unlike, the main character in the show. But it's something that, for me, is still, something that is unresolved within me, because it was my grandfather who I'd never met. It was a gold ring with a black stone and a diamond in the middle, and it was so timeless and cool because it was from the 30s. And it's not something you can go buy at the store, and it just shows how personal, and that sometimes objects become more than objects when they're heirlooms and they're passed down from generations. They become like part of the story.
Right.
And I think that's what makes it so unique in the Christmas ring, is this ring is more than just this thing or this valued ruby or diamond. It's has this sentimental story of what happened to her grandfather.
Right. It holds so much in just a little gold.
Yeah.
In a way. There's the power in that ring.
Yes.
We learned this from Lord of the Rings.
Yes, the power of a ring. That's right. I mean, was I alive in the 90s? Yes. Of course. Tossed salad and scrambled eggs, right? I mean, he is such an icon and such a absolute pro. Acting with him is like, it's one of the things that is such a privilege in this business, is you get to work with these people who sometimes it's like throwing the ball with Tom Brady or whatever. It's a kind of, you come to become a little fan as you do it, but it's also just becomes so enjoyable. It's a little transcending. You really kind of feel like you're levitating sometimes because they're just so grounded in the moment. And it is surreal because, you've grown up watching this person and then you're having to imbue on them that they're your father, and that takes its own weirdly, it came to me naturally because he does sort of have that father figure vibe.
He's got dad energy.
Right, total dad energy. So I was able to tap into that, and he's just a great guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I talked to Jana last week, and I was like, when are we getting Jana on Virgin River? Like,
you know what? My wife just said that. She'd like, she'd be so good on the show. And Jana's like, I'll come on the show. So I'll talk to Sean, the showrunner, and see if we can't find a part for her, because she would be great.
Yeah, I was like, it kind of feels like One Tree Hill, like, you know,
totally.
We're in the same, like, sort of lexicon of shows. Like
100%. So season 8, which we haven't started shooting yet.
Yeah.
Maybe Sean?
Let's
see.
go.
Yeah.